again, and we're here with our Tales from Quarantine day number Pi Alpha Sigma 0.329 Delta 1. We've been here a long time. We've been playing at home a long time, and I think it's about time that we think about cleaning our toys. It's been a while. We're supposed to be hyper concerned with our hygiene, and if you have kids, you know that for as much as you get them to wash their hands, and as much as you get them to put things away, and as much as you try to keep things clean and tidy, there's that weird, sticky residue that gets on everything. I don't know where it comes from. I think I know where it comes from, and I don't like to think about where it comes from, but there's just that weird grossness that covers everything. Like it's on their screens, it's on the surface of everything, it's like down the walls of your maybe it's just me. Maybe I just have gross kids. But I don't think it's just me, because my kids are lovely. My kids are perfect. My kids are angels. But it's everywhere. Also, I work at a preschool, and we are very concerned about hygiene and cleanliness there as well. So it's just a good idea in general to periodically wash your toys. But you know what? My kids are older now. My kids are school age, and there's no reason why I need to be the one to wash the toys when it could be them being the one washing the toys. And of course, if I ask them, hey guys, it's time to wash toys, they're gonna be like, no. I mean, of course, I could be that mean mom and mean mug and be like, we're gonna wash toys. No. I'm gonna use strategy. I'm gonna use psychology. I'm gonna make washing our toys into our fun sensory activity for the day. So today, we're going to be making fun foam for our toy washing. So in this bin, I have our bristle blocks and a little bit of water. And then I have in here some dish soap. And I have, this dish soap is scented Honey Berry Hula. Ooh, this is just a little bit more fun than my standard store brand Dawn, which I don't even know what fragrance that would be called, the store brand Dawn. I think it's like a vague citrus, but it doesn't really matter. This is Honey Berry Hula. Kind of smells kind of like candy. Doesn't really matter. I've got this dish soap, which is what we're going to use to wash these bristle blocks. I have my blender here. Now, this is not a fancy Ninja blender. This is not going to juice things for me. This is the blender I got when I got married, like 13 years ago. So this is just a regular blender. So you don't have to have a fancy blender. You can have standard blender. And then we're going to need the soap, the blender, and water. And I have a measuring cup for that. And we're going to use a half a cup. We're going to use, the recipe says use half a cup, but really it's just equal parts dishwashing liquid, equal parts water. And my blender's not real big, so we're going to use probably less than half a cup. I'm going to use half a cup. So you pour that in there. Oh, glorious. And then you're going to use equal parts. And again, this is not baking. This is not actual chemistry. You don't have to be super precise on this. We're just making bubbles here. So we're going to take that, pour it in. Now, depending on how you feel about your children using small appliances, and depending how young your children are, you can have them be a part of this process, turning on buttons. My kids are not big fans of loud noises, so they are currently hiding while we do this. So here we go. Now this is going to bubble up and create what is kind of like shaving cream, shaving foam. So it's not quite as stiff. Probably if you have a better quality blender that was produced sometime in the last decade, you will have better quality foam. But for what we're doing, it doesn't matter. But I personally don't like the way shaving cream smells. I think it smells like old man. And nothing against old men. I love old men. I think they're wonderful, wonderful people. But again, if you've watched any of my previous videos, I'm a super smeller. Don't like the smell of old man. I don't like the smell of shaving cream. But I do like the smell of honeyberry hula. So whenever we do activities that involve shaving cream-like things at this house, this is what we do. So here we go. Fire it up. See? Slightly foamy, but let's really put the spurs to it. Now, I probably let that go way longer than I should have, but it's just really satisfying to watch it kind of whip up. And it sounds different at a certain point when it starts getting super thick. But this is what it looks like once it's all whipped up. It's really thick. And so I'm gonna pour it now into my bin. Now, if you look at this stuff, like it is creamy and dreamy and lovely. It smells like honeyberry hula. It's gonna get cut through all this grossness and everything that's in here. My kids are gonna play with it because it feels really fun and squishy. Now, if you want to, I'm washing it off my hands. If you saw one of my previous videos about making, using your foaming hand soap pump to make foaming hand soap, this is essentially the same thing. We're just doing it on a larger scale. Now, we're gonna get real wacky with this now. All right. There are some recipes for this that say if you want to make this colorful, because this is basically white, you can use liquid watercolors in it. You can use food coloring in it, which is fine. I think it's a waste of liquid watercolors. Also, I'm using this to get things clean. I'm not using just for, if I were using this just for a sensory activity, absolutely. I would use liquid watercolors. I would use liquid watercolors, I would use food coloring, I would use whatever, because sensory activities are all about making a mess. But here, we're trying to unmake a mess. But let's try something I haven't done before. I have, in this container, you can see it's green. Well, how did you make that green, Leanna? Well, let me tell you. You know how you get those markers that go dead on you and decide not to work anymore? I soaked one of those dead markers in water. So if you see, now this marker, the little tip is white because all that ink, all that marker, it's not really ink, because I think ink is not water-based. I think ink has to be, you know, some sort of solvent-based, I mean, by definition, but that's being a little nerdy and draw, whatever. All that green goodness is in here. And I love the Crayola Ultra Clean Washable Marker because this stuff rinses off everything. I don't know what this is made out of, but it doesn't stain a thing. I have yet to see this stain something. I mean, I'm not gonna test it and make it try to stain something, but whatever, when it goes in here, it's gonna rinse right off. So I'm gonna see if we can make this foam slightly green. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour it in here, try to rinse out that last bits of soap. Rinsey, 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 rinsey. Pour it in here. Now, I doubt it's gonna be very, very green because it's probably just gonna be barely green. Well, why not? So let's see what happens. All right. So it's faintly green. I mean, if I tried harder, I could probably, I'm unplugging this for safety. If I tried harder, I probably could have made this more colorful. But oh my gosh, the texture of this madness. Look at the dreamy goodness of it. Oh my gosh, here. Let me get the camera in on this wondrousness. Look at this. Look at how just goopy and fun it is. Yes. I mean, look at this. Blah. So now we can swirl this together. My bristle blocks. I can get some cups in here. And this is how. Boop. And this is how we're gonna clean our toys today. I'm gonna, big old blah. We're gonna make this foam. I'm gonna make as many batches as we need to. Fun thing, not gonna take much to clean up this blender because it's literally got the soap already in it. Just rinse it out and it's clean. And this is gonna be our fun sensory and cleaning activity for the day. So there you go, guys. Make yourself some foamy soap fun to have some sensory and housekeeping activities for the day. Have fun. Oh, wow, it's still recording.